Okay, squad, what is going on? Great to be back with you guys. It feels like it's been a minute since I posted one of these things. It's only been a week, but a lot has gone down in the past week. So excited to get back on the horse and hopefully provide some perspective and challenge and substance and value to everybody listening today, and something that we can take to as we approach the coming days. So with that, what I want to talk about today is the bind, is the bridge, is the correlation between two seemingly different things. One is going to be stillness, and two is going to be movement. And how, when you think about movement and stillness, these two things seem to be very different, which they most certainly are. But how we can actually utilize movement to achieve stillness. And I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty of this, the science behind it, because I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to that. But I want to start with a quote today that I think is going to allow that perspective to be found and hopefully make a little bit of sense in our minds. So what I want to start with again is this quote by Lao Tzu, old ancient philosopher. I've referred to him a few times on here. I think he has a lot of phenomenal stuff. And yet again, here he is with a quote that I think can make a lot of sense if you really think about it. So the quote is this, very simply put. He says, movement is the foundation of stillness. Movement is the foundation of stillness. And I read this in a book called Stillness is the Key by Ryan Holiday. I have referred to that book on this podcast and on these clips a few times before. Fantastic one. But I've been feeling a little restless lately, a little anxious, a little on edge. So stillness has been hard to find. And I think a lot of us can probably say the same. And maybe not just at this point in time of our lives or this point in time in the year or what have you, but just in general, I think we always go through ups and downs in achieving stillness, maybe not achieving it, finding ways in which we can go about finding it, or sometimes we struggle with finding that stillness or that contentment or that peaceful heart. So I've been searching for that stuff this past week, researching a little bit. I'm going back through some notes, and I came across this quote, and it was perfect, and I felt like I should talk about it a little bit today. So I think when it comes to philosophers and when they provide these different quotes, there's many directions or many angles that you can kind of take with it. And the angle that I took when it comes to this quote right here is that if you want to achieve a still heart, a still mind, a still soul, if you want to kind of replace stillness for maybe peaceful or a feeling of contentment or anything kind of along those lines, if you get outside and move around, maybe it's go for a walk, go work out, just do something active, the endorphins start flowing, the blood starts flowing, happy thoughts start coming to your mind, ideas start coming to your mind, and that's when that stillness can be achieved. And we've all been there, right? Maybe it's a fantastic workout, or you go for an hour-long walk outside, or maybe you're at the beach and you can achieve it when the sun's rising or the sun is setting. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Maybe it's a jog, maybe it's a bike ride, just something active in general. But there's something about getting outside, or not even outside, but just getting the blood flowing and get things flowing the right direction that can help us achieve that still heart, that still mind, and that still soul. So when I read this, I realized the past couple of weeks I've gotten off of my personal routine when it comes to working out, whether it is going for some runs every once in a while, or getting in the gym and lifting, or taking the dog on the walk, or going for a walk with Jane, or what have you. And I haven't been crazy consistent in that approach. And as a result, knowing myself, physical activity has been a part of my life forever. And when I'm not able to find that stillness or that peaceful nature that, seemingly comes so natural to me, it was kind of a no-brainer. It was a smack in the face. So I've gotten back on that the past couple of days. I felt much better. I felt more present. I've been more productive. And I don't think it's any secret because I have been more consistent in moving a little bit more. So I wanted to share that with you guys today, because a lot of us are still working from home, or maybe the recent events of the George Floyd incident or the protests, these different things are causing feelings of anxiousness or unrestness. That's not a word, but You kind of know restlessness. There we go. And that's very natural. That makes a lot of sense. But how can we get ourselves out of that funk? I think moving a little bit more might be a fantastic answer for us in that realm. Are there other ways that we can go about achieving that? No doubt about it. But there's something about movement and getting the blood flowing and get ourselves up out the house a little bit and moving around. There's something to be said for that. So as we approach the coming days, I encourage us to move a little bit more. I encourage us to be a little bit more active. And it doesn't have to be going to run a marathon. It might just be going for a walk around the block. But let's be purposeful in that approach. Let's try to make that stuff happen. Because again, if movement is the foundation of stillness and we want to find that, then let's move a little bit more in the coming days and over the course of this next week. So that is my challenge to us. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please reach out. But it's great to be back on here, looking to be more consistent with this stuff as well in the next couple of weeks before the July 4th holiday. So really excited to get things going again, get back in this routine as well, in addition to this movement. And hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are healthy. And let's move this week. Let's move this week and see what happens. God bless you guys. Coach Cool.